It's just, why do you deviate from our agreement? It's not about her doing films. How do you think she got Aquaman, sir?
You heard Miss Heard say, "Get off me," right?
No, I did not.
This wasn't the first time that you talked about Amber hitting the wall hard. Let's pull up Exhibit 213, please.
Hitting the wall hard based on the
We'll just take a look at the next
accusations that she
exhibit, Mr.
brought.
Depp.
I'm sorry, I was talking. Is that all right?
You would answer my question. We'll take a look at the next exhibit.
As long as you're happy, sir.
I felt this pressure. He thought he was president, he was punching me.
Sean Bailey, who was the number 3.
Objection, hearsay.
I don't know yet. I'll overrule it at this point.
May I continue, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Just basically said in the...
Objection, hearsay.
Your
What
Honor,
Sean Bailey said.
this is about him
It's in
learning
an
about this.
article.
It's not for the...
saying that...
Objection, hearsay.
Last week, Mr. Rottenborn asked you about a quote where you said you wouldn't come back to the Pirates franchise for $300 million and a million alpacas. Do you remember that?
I do.
When relative to...
That's correct. We don't have cameras in the video. Sorry, we don't have cameras at the hallway. We don't have cameras on the hallway.
She brought up the situation of her fecal matter on the bed, and and she just tried to blame it on the dogs. That's what the opiate does. The dopamine and serotonin, as you know, I imagine, are things that keep us it gives us our moods. It gives us.
I appreciate that, but my question wasn't that. My question was,
I'm just trying
right
to
after
school
you told
you.
the
So the was May 20.
You didn't know what could cause damage to Mr. Depp's hand while you were there on March 8th, correct?
Dr. Kipper told me he'd sustained an injury on one of his fingers.
Objection, hearsay.
What time that you did move in with him?
Objection leading. I'm going to object on hearsay.
My co-star.
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay. Objection, hearsay.
It was fine.
Objection,
that it was
hearsay.
with Paul Bettany.
Objection, hearsay.
You said.
Objection, hearsay. Objection leading.
Or on the street. You didn't
Objection,
move it.
hearsay. That calls for hearsay, Your Honor.
Assuming the plan was to do
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay. Objection, form, compound.
Did you have any discussions with Ms. Heard on the way to Coachella that evening?
We had a conversation pertaining to the surprise she left in the boss's bed.
And when you refer to the surprise in the boss's bed, what are you referring to?
The defecation.
A few things about Coachella, and then the fecal delivery, saying that it was the dogs. And I'm sorry, I could not agree with her. It was not the dogs.
But in fact, you don't recall seeing Amber Heard on May 24th, correct?
I don't remember. I don't even remember what I got for breakfast.
Okay.
Insider from 2015 that says Johnny Depp has his 5th box office bomb in a row.
If that's what it said, it said. Are you just going to keep reading this?
And you would agree that before the op-ed there was negative publicity for Mr. Depp about assassinating President Trump. Would you agree?
No, I missed that one. I don't particularly remember that. I have a lot of stuff in front of me.
Did it mention Mr. Depp? That's what I asked you.
Well, does she have another husband who abused her
But
in
did it talk about it? Did it talk?
Mr. Drew, who was a chef, which I don't believe is hearsay.
But I've just never seen that. Driving that. Yeah, that did it.
Why are you here? I am here because my ex-husband is suing me for an op-ed I wrote. And how do you feel about that? I struggle to have the words. I struggle to find the words to describe how painful this is. This is horrible for me to sit here for weeks.
Do you remember the first time that he physically hit you?
Yes.
Please tell the jury about it.
It was it's seemingly so stupid, so insignificant. Continued to drink and then eventually started howling like an animal.
Just, I mean, there's part of it that the noise of the airplane.
Passed out in a chair during daylight hours.
Again, isn't passed out, that's a very specific term. Sleep could be one.
You're complaining about her ambition in this text to her, to Dr. Kipper, correct?
I'm realizing that her ambition is far stronger than her supposed feelings for me, yes.
And you tell Dr. Kipper, I cut the top of my middle finger off in this text, correct?
It's just the way it was worded. It doesn't mean that I actually literally cut my finger off after, at the age of 12, finding the only thing that gave me peace, which is playing the guitar. Very unlikely. Why didn't I start lopping off digits when I was 13 then?
Just the way it was worded. Now, Ms. Heard.
Did you provide a copy of this pamphlet to Amber Heard?
I did not. I did not identify her as a victim of domestic violence.
Is that the sole reason why you did not give that to Amber Heard?
Yes, we want to give them to victims of domestic violence.
I'm going to ask you to take a...
At this point, Your Honor, Ms. Heard's counsel is asking to move into evidence and publish to the jury.
About 9 years. Isn't it true that while he was on the mezzanine level and Ms. Heard and her sister were there, that he was reaching for Amber's hair while he was trying to hit her with that cast, correct?
That is not correct.
And it's possible that she was standing in between Mr. Depp and Ms. Heard then, correct?
No.
Well, in fact, you saw Mr. Depp push or shove Whitney Heard, correct?
Absolutely not.
And it was only after Mr. Depp pushed Whitney that Amber stepped forward and punched him in the face. Isn't that right?
That is not correct.
Really, I didn't understand why they want me to do that. Like, oh, I don't know.
Do you have a drinking problem, Johnny?
Objection calls for hearsay.
Sure, he's saying what the doctors told him.
I think that's what's about to be testified to.
Oh.
Let me ask you a different question, Mr. Depp.
Yes. Let's let him object to another one. Ms. Heard could very easily drink 2 bottles of wine per night, not a speed, if you will. Cold, I don't know if I can say the name. Am I allowed to say the name?
At the beginning of her opening, Ms. Heard's counsel mentioned that the first time you supposedly struck Ms. Heard was in response to a comment about one of your tattoos.
Yes, I remember.
And what is your response to that?
It didn't happen. I've never struck Miss Heard. As I said yesterday, I've never struck Miss Heard. I've never struck a woman in my life.
Would you agree that if you did not find something that would be in favor of Mr. Depp and negative to Ms. Heard, that you wouldn't be an expert in this case? That's going to bring you into court if you're going to say that Ms. Heard is right and Mr. Depp is wrong, correct?
So as a forensic psychologist, my obligation is to the court, is to the fact finder. I present science regardless of what that science may be. Now, when I take a case, my retainer agreement is explicit about that, and I discuss that with the attorneys.
I'm asking you a question. I'd like you to try to answer my question. You understand that if you found favorably to Ms. Heard and negatively to Mr. Depp, you wouldn't be here, right? You wouldn't be testifying.
Objection, speculative.
No, okay, sorry.
Hold on. That's not speculation.
No, I'll sustain the objection if you want to ask.
Okay. If it goes to bias, Your Honor. Let's talk about makeup for a moment. So you don't know what type of makeup regimen Amber uses every day, correct? Correct. Okay. And in fact, you don't, and would you agree that there are a number of different types of makeup you can use that would still give you a natural look? There's sun in the Bahamas, right?
Most of the time.
Do you number wears for sunscreen?
No, I wouldn't have asked if somebody has skin condition.
Like on set, with James Franco? Did you hear that?
I don't recall.
Did you hear him say, at least you liked it?
No.
Did you hear him say, I bet you slipped a tongue in there and you liked it?
No.
Did you hear him say, make references to Amber's and asking her if her was wet?
Your Honor, lack of foundation, harassment.
Did you hear any of that?
No, not that I recall.
I'll overrule the objection. It's fine.
Thanks. And they feel paranoid?
Yes.
And they feel frightened?
Yes.
Afraid that everyone's going to believe the perpetrator, correct?
Yes.
And in fact, they're afraid they're going to lose their security.
There was another article in 2015 that says, quote, has Johnny Depp become Hollywood's biggest joke?
I don't know. Netflix has a whole festival going now. Netflix is a joke.
And you'd agree that there is an...
Those pirates. Bless you.
Paul Bettany, correct?
Again.
Okay. So the boss, let's pull up Exhibit 500, please.
500?
500, Defense Exhibit 500.
I'd like to see who I lied to.
All right, so we're going to go with plaintiff's 380. Try to keep the record clear. 380A and 234. Okay, go ahead.
Legally recorded tape.
This is at your house in West Hollywood on Sweetser Avenue, correct?
That's correct, sir.
And that's you in the video, Mr. Depp, right?
That's correct, sir.
Did I read that right?
You did.
Can you just read for the jury that first text?
You'd like me to read that?
Yes, please.
Sure, Mr. Rottenborn. Is the slippery whore that I donated my jizz to for a while staying there?
And can you please, we'll get it to you. How about that?
Oh, joy. Okay. All right.
Can't say that you carried cocaine in that box?
No, but it looks like it would fit some cocaine. I once gave Marilyn Manson a pill so that he would stop talking so much.
Did I read that right?
You did.
Did I read that correctly?
You did.
Okay. Did I read that right?
Yes, you did.
Did I read that right?
You continue to read them right, yes.
And you don't know if it's actually human beings doing these searches, correct?
As opposed to
bots or something like that.
I did not do an analysis to.
But you don't know if it's humans, bots, my cat doing the searches, correct?
Objection.
Was Mr. Depp to play in Pirate 6?
Objection calls for speculation
I'll allow it.
and hearsay.
I'll allow it.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Your future is on display. Best of luck.
Best if luck.
Thank you for the correction. Best if luck.
You're welcome.
And thank
If she went home to go change or something like that, I got no clue.
Do you remember what color the t-shirt was?
I think it might have been white, best of my recollection.
Do you remember what jewelry Amber had on? Oh, okay, let's go to the next day, the Wednesday, and you've got all these people here.
Next day is Tuesday.
Okay.
Not a raincoat, but it could be similar to that.
Okay, and what was she wearing under it?
I have no clue.
Okay. And do you remember what jewelry she was wearing?
No.
Now, you said that on the 22nd that you kissed her on the cheek.
What day?
The 22nd, your birthday?
22nd, Sunday, yes.
Okay, so when you showed it the first time, you went like this, right? And then the next time when you said you did the kisses, you went like this. What's your typical way of kissing women when you greet them or say goodbye?
I'm not understanding any of what you just did.
Okay. Well, I take it that you would regularly kiss Amber on the cheek when you to say hello and to say goodbye?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
And tell us how you did that.
Objection.
Could you just show us how you did that?
Which time? Regularly?
Did you have? So it's a pretty soft. It's kind of like almost a superficial one, or is it a really hard one on the cheek?
No.
Did you ever do a two kiss when you greeted Amber? Two cheeks?
No, I'm not European. I'm from Brooklyn.
And again, do you know whether she was wearing any Amica cream?
Sir, if you could just answer
I'm
the
sorry.
question.
I'm totally sorry. I'm
Thank
sorry.
Child. Anyway, so.
Alpaca
Not our car, not our car. That would have been interesting.
I'm a licensed clinical psychologist. I've been licensed for 10 years, and I've been practicing for about 15 year.
If 2 + 2 is 4, right? And 5 + 5 is 10. Okay.
You also have only been practicing approximately 8 years, is that correct?
What the fuck is this?
That's not correct.
Okay. Now, you went to Mr. Depp's home for dinner and drinks before you were hired as an expert in this case, correct?
That's not quite right.
Repeatedly and characterologically perpetuated severe physical and psychological intimate partner violence, IPV, toward Mr. Depp over the course of their relationship. Did I read that correctly?
It says perpetrated.
Okay. Could you read that to the jury, please?
Yes. So no, it's not the task. I was cut off, or what I said then was, no,
Dr.
that's
Curry.
not the task of dash. That was never my task to determine. Task of dash. That was never my task to determine. Can I say what that means?
No. The question
Okay, pull up home.
that you have never arrived at an opinion Mr. Depp are false. End of quote. And what was your answer?
Well, there was an objection.
Opinion that has never been my opinion. Isn't that what
Correct.
you said under
Yes.
oath?
Escucha las palabras de las brujas.
And then I wrote, then I'm going to ask you, do you know who wrote this portion of the designation suggesting that these were your opinions in February of 2021? And what was your answer?
Valentine's Day. Like seriously, like I would be in bed all day, and then I got up, and then I.
You have never been asked to testify as to whether anyone has behaviorally or characterologically conducted conduct that suggests they may be an IPV perpetrator, correct?
That doesn't make no sense. My man.
I have to ask that again because I stumbled. I can't do characterologically. That one's just a tough one for me.
What?
I do. I am an actor, mostly.
Dr. Curry, if you, I mean, Dr. Hughes. I don't know why I keep doing that. My apologies. My apologies. Dr. Hughes. I think it's the confusion of having her in the courtroom. If you need to consult your notes to answer something, let us know that you need to consult your notes. Otherwise, try to answer to the best of your ability. And then if you need to do that, just let us know you're consulting your notes, okay? The concern is that you not read from them, that you consult them as you need to, okay?
Correct. I just don't want this to be a memory test of having conducted many documents, 80 pages of notes, 12
No, my bad. I'm sorry.
psychological testings to.
You can reference your notes, just don't read from them, okay?
No problem.
Okay, great.
Escucha las palabras de las brujas.
You can reference your notes, just don't read from them, okay?
Okay, so I reviewed a number of documents, a plethora of documents. Most, I obviously won't read them all of Ms. Heard's testimony that she gave in her deposition. I did the same thing from Mr. Depp. I reviewed his deposition testimony as well as his trial testimony.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Be seated. All right, your next witness.
Your Honor, we'd like to call Laura Amber Heard to the stand.
All right.
Amber Laura.
And then she writes, "My throat is yours. You're going to be the death of me, but I don't care."
Girl, shut the fuck up.
Then you went in the house and saw Mr. Depp in the foyer, correct?
Yeah.
Mr. Depp was trying to urinate in the foyer, wasn't he?
No.
Mr. Depp had his penis out of his
Objection.
pants, didn't he?
Next question.
And you were trying to get Mr. Depp.
And I was like, you think someone's trying to get into your unit? That was the dog trying to get into your unit.
What was the photograph of Mr. Depp?
Here's a photograph of the bed, and on my side of the bed was human fecal matter.
Is she friendly to you in each of these hundreds of times?
Yes. I'm not going to say no.
And on line 11, are you there?
I was drinking.
You were drinking pretty heavily.
Were you there?
Did I read that right?
You did. You should read the article. It's
And the last
wonderful.
one.
Condition.
Have you seen Mr. Depp take any drugs by this point?
Oh, yeah. To him in some way. I don't want to do this. Johnny took his penis out of his pants.
Wait, what?
I lose my balance. At this point, we're sitting next to each other on the edge of the couch, or I was on the edge of the couch. I was just sitting there on this carpet, looking at the dirty carpet, wondering how I wound up on this carpet, why I never noticed that the carpet was so filthy before.
How old are you, Amber?
I am 36. I just celebrated.
Okay. And do you have a daughter?
I do. She also celebrated her birthday recently. She's 1.
Okay.
I was walking out of the bedroom, slapped me across the face. I turned to look at him, and I said, "Johnny, you hit me. You just hit me."
Just do a split screen so we can start this. Go ahead.
Paul Bettany's a good friend that you've done drugs with, right?
That's a strange question. Where's he gone?
Did I read that right?
You certainly did, yes, sir.
Sure. You just want to look at his highlighted copy.
Oops, I touched the screen horribly.
No, that was you. It's okay.
Reflecting a different time than when they were actually sent.
Objection foundation calls for speculation.
You agree with that, right?
No, I'll sustain the objection.
Okay. Right after, I won't give you anything to argue with me yet. You sustained an injury to yesterday. You texted, I'm sorry. I thought we've seen a lot of texts today.
It's all right. I did text someone yesterday. Whatever, where she could be photographed. Sorry? Thank you, Mr. Rottenborn.
A recording where Miss told you that you vomit in your sleep a lot. Do you remember that recording?
Yes, I do.
What's your response to that?
Someone when someone tells you that you vomit, she didn't tell me. I heard it in court. I think the first thing that I would do is seek medical attention.
Did I read that right?
Yes, you did.
Mr. Depp, if you could please take a look at the stack of articles in front of you.
Yes, it's a stack of hit pieces.
Yes, the first one is called
by Ms. Heard's publicity team.
We're going to try to get through this as quickly as possible. Correct?
That's what it says, yes, sir.
It's entitled Johnny Depp. Friends and family seriously concerned about him. Here's why.
Yes,
Correct?
how did they know?
The next article, did I read that right?
You did, reportedly.
Mr.
This
Depp.
is a pathetic attempt.
Mr. Depp, please just respond to the question that I'm asking you.
What's your
The next
question, Mr.
question, the
Rottenborn?
next Johnny Depp's financial woes might sink the next Pirates of the Caribbean. Did I read that right?
You did. I don't know
The
how
next
my
article,
financial woes would do
May
that.
20, did I read that right?
You read that very, very well.
The next, did I read that right?
You certainly did. This is hearsay. is
June
it not?
21st,
Your favorite
2018,
word?
22nd, 2018. Did I read that correctly?
You did. Who's Alison Boshoff?
Mr. Depp, you
Oh, it
a
won't
single,
answer that, I see.
you understood that she became associated with those same accusations that she made, correct? You've testified to that.
Well, she had a choice. I didn't.
You just touch it, it'll make a mark, so you don't have to touch the top, that's fine.
Do I touch
No.
something on menu here?
No.
Whitney, who calls me her spirit animal. Isaac, spirit animal. Hey, listen, I'm not feeling so hot, and I love you, but stop.
We walked out of the trailer at some point. My dog stepped on a bee.
When is Miss Heard's birthday?
Back and right, Pirates.
We can move on.
If you want to, just
So I can read it out of someone's article, but not from the man's mouth. Was given was to not to fight.
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay. I think it's a pretty simple yes or no question.
You'd like
Other
it to be, sir. Nothing simple in this case.
Other-
October is 2 months before December. That's correct.
If Disney came to you with $300 million and 1 million alpacas, nothing on this earth would get you to go back and work with Disney.
That
Correct?
is true, Mr. Rottenborn.
This was a document that you signed as part of your divorce proceedings, correct?
That's my signature indeed, yes.
Okay. Mr. Depp, that is your signature on the right, correct?
Yes, it is.
This is a document you signed, right?
For the third time, that is my signature, yes, sir.
And that was a document you signed in August of 2016.
Is that the same one that I signed 3 times before? So what you would like for him to cook? That's hearsay, I guess. I'm learning. Yes, I looked at papers. Maybe they're hearsay papers.
You poured yourself a mega pint of red wine.
A mega pint.
I have other uses for your throat which do not include injury. I have other uses for your throat which do not include injury.
Sorry, could you read that again?
You would sometimes drink whiskey in the mornings too, right?
Isn't happy hour anytime?
I have other uses for your throat which do not include injury. I have other uses for your throat which do not include injury.
Sorry, could you read that again?
These are your words, sir, right? I read that right, correct?
You did. Okay.
For 8-3, please. That you and Amber would write to each.
You took Mr. Depp's arm to try to move him out, but he broke away. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, so he was strong enough to break away from your grip, correct?
No.
So you had his arm and he broke away, though, correct?
No.
And isn't it true that in the entire time you were there, you were not informed as to what caused damage to Mr. Depp's finger on March 8th?
Objection, hearsay.
sustain the objection. Next question.
You didn't know what could cause damage to Mr. Depp's hand while you were there on March 8th, correct?
I was in such shock and
Objection, Your Honor, not.
I didn't get to finish.
Yes.
Objection form.
In my head, instantly think of Kate Moss and the stairs, and I swung at him. And all of my
You dipped your finger in paint after suffering an injury.
Yes. Pirates. Bless you.
Paul Bettany, correct?
Again.
Okay. So the boss.
What the fuck is it gonna take to get rid of this bitch?
All right, we're going to go with plaintiff's 380. Try to keep the record clear. 380A and 33 to 34. Okay, go ahead.
And that's you in the video, Mr. Depp, right?
Lock that bitch up. Lock it up. Come with something new. Do something fucking different.
We'll get it to you. How about that?
Oh, joy. Okay. All right.
Can't say that you carried cocaine in that box?
No, but it looks like it would fit some cocaine.
Did I read that right?
You continue to read them right, yes.
And you don't know if it's actually human beings doing these searches, correct?
As opposed to?
As opposed to bots or something like that.
I did not do an analysis to.
But you don't know if it's humans, bots, my cat doing the searches.
That's weird.
Correct. Was Mr. Depp to play in Pirates 6?
Objection calls for speculation.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Another day, another sleigh. Period.
Your future is on display. Best of luck.
Best if luck.
Thank you for the correction. Best if luck.
You're welcome.
And
Do you remember what jewelry Amber had on? Oh, okay, let's go to the next day, the Wednesday, and you've got all these people here.
Next day is Tuesday.
You said that on the 22nd that you kissed her on the cheek.
What day?
When you showed it the first time, you went like this, right? And then the next time when you said you did the kisses, you went like this. What's your typical way of kissing? Saying goodbye.
I'm not understanding any of what you just did.
Okay. Well, do you ever do a two kiss when you greeted Amber? Two cheeks?
No, I'm not European.
Again, do you know whether she was wearing any Amica cream? Dr. Curry, if you, I mean, Dr. Hughes, I don't know why I keep doing that. My apologies. Dr. Hughes, I think it's the confusion of having her in the courtroom.
A lot of verbal vitriol from both of them.
What do you remember Ms. Heard saying to Mr. Depp on this occasion?
Jeez. Anything and everything. Specifically, there was you're fucking washed up, you're a fucking cunt, you're, again, the deadbeat dad shit. Yeah, I don't even remember what the fight was about, but the F word is my favorite word, and it was being thrown around to the point where I was uncomfortable.
Have you ever observed Mr. Depp use any drugs?
I have.
And what drugs have you seen Mr. Depp use? How many times have you seen Mr. Depp use marijuana?
Too many to count. I mean, daily.
Have you observed Mr. Depp consume alcohol?
Absolutely.
And How many times?
Like marijuana, too many to count. Pretty regularly.
On how many of those occasions did Mr. Depp appear to be drunk?
It would.
I loved him so much.
For Mr. Depp and then later for Miss Heard. And so Dr. Bonnie Jacobs was Miss Heard's therapist, and may I refresh my recollection with my notes, Your Honor?
She's allowed to
For the
consult her
dates,
notes.
if you'd like me to tell the dates.
If she's asking me a question, I'm not going to answer.
You're right, Your Honor. Yes.
May I?
Objection, Your Honor.
After all that month of not seeing each other, not getting better, not getting clean and sober, there wasn't even, I didn't, you know, it was. It was falling apart. I knew I had to leave him. I knew I wouldn't survive it.
Another day. Why did you file for divorce?
Because I knew if I didn't, I'd likely not literally survive.
You not be for real. Oh my God, you for real. No, you for fake. No, you for real. You lying.
I wouldn't have done anything. But I couldn't do that one thing. I couldn't stay. The promise and the hope that I had become less and less regular and more rare. The monster had been this thing that was now the normal and not the exception. The violence was now normal and not the exception. It was so hard. It was so hard, but I knew I had to do it. I believe he would have taken it too far. I wouldn't be here.
Why did you ask for a domestic violence temporary restraining order?
I wanted to change my lives.
Okay.
Have a good one.
Those are relatives, all relatives.
Thank you, Your Honor. Amber, when did the first act of physical violence by Mr. Depp occur?
Objection asked and answered.
I'm about to beat this bitch up.
Overruled. Good.
That would have been early 2012.
And how did you determine this?
I reviewed my therapist's
Objection,
notes.
hearsay.
How do you remember the first act of violence?
Well, you never forget it. That's how I remember it. It changes your life forever. You never forget the first time someone hits you like that. I just had the date wrong.
Now, what, if anything, did Mr. Depp say to you or ask you about how you got those cuts on your arms?
Nothing.
What, if anything, did you ever witness Mr. Depp self-injuring himself?
Often. He did that often.
Please tell the jury about that. What did he do?
He often, in fights, would cut his arms or hold a knife to his chest or draw blood superficially at first, but later, like in 2016, especially as our relationship was ending. He also put cigarettes out on himself.
427:55. I'd like to move the admission, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objection.
Sorry, 345A and F.
I was gonna pour you one.
I'm an alcoholic. You should.
Lie.
And that you punched me in the
You're
fucking thing, and you
figured
in
it
the face,
out.
and you said, "No, fucking, no, I didn't. What the fuck are you talking about?"
I'm sorry that I didn't
You punched
hit you
me.
across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you. It was not punching you. Babe, you're not punched.
Don't tell me what it feels like to be punched.
You're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you.
Oh,
That's
you-
the difference
you
between
poor
me
girl.
and you. You're a fucking baby.
Because you start
You
physical
are
fights.
such a baby.
Because
Grow
you-
the fuck up,
Because you start
Johnny.
physical.
Amber, please explain to the jury what's transpiring in that audio recording, what that's about.
Where I'm talking about hitting him, I am talking about what that conversation is about the disparity. The disparity between Johnny and I in our physical fights. The disparity of how he would proactively punch me and I would have to resort to reactively hitting him. I am talking about the difference between a punch, which Johnny did often, and me having to hit him in my defense. And I put on a face, and we finished the evening with the guests, and then more fighting happened afterwards.
So we talked about December 15, 2000. This is from December 15, I believe. Could you just please tell the jury what this depicts?
Yes, it's a picture of my bruised temple and Johnny.
And this is from February 10, 2016. And I'm going to ask you to play it, Michelle.
Motherfucker! Motherfucker!
What happened? Nothing happened this.
Did something happen to you this morning? I don't think so.
No, that's the thing.
You want to see crazy? I'll give you fucking crazy. That's crazy. Oh, you're crazy. Oh, you're crazy.
Have you drunk this whole thing this morning?
Oh, you got this going? You got this going?
I just started it.
Oh, really? Really?
And you were smashing shit.
Bye.
I was afraid. It was scary. That's scary. Scared. Scared they wouldn't remember.
Objection calls for speculation.
I sustained it.
.701 was shown to Haddon only, and that was Exhibit 30 in his deposition.
Under oath, that statement wasn't true, was it, Ms. Heard?
I'm sorry, I don't follow your question. Sorry.
You testified under oath, quote, "The entirety of my divorce settlement was donated to charity," end quote. That statement wasn't true.
It is true. I pledged the entirety to charity.
The statement...
When you say you buy a house, you don't pay for the entire house.
Ms. Heard, it here today, is it?
It is true. I pledged the entirety.
But you didn't donate it.
Unfortunately...
You didn't donate it. It's a yes or no.
I haven't been able to to fulfill those
So that's
obligations.
a no, right, Ms. Heard?
I made the pledge. I want to be very clear. I pledged the entirety. I haven't been able to fulfill those pledges because I've been sued.
You had all of the $7 million for 13 months before Mr. Depp sued you, and you chose not to pay it to the charities you pledged it to. Is that correct, Ms.
I
Heard?
disagree with your characterization of that.
What you do have, Ms. Heard, are pictures of Mr. Depp sleeping, though, right? The jury saw a lot of those.
Yes.
You took this photograph, right, Ms. Heard?
That's correct.
So you decided to take a picture of Mr. Depp asleep on the floor?
He was passed out.
You took this picture as well?
Yes.
And this is a picture of Mr. Depp taking a nap on his tropical island?
I believe he was on the nod, but as he would say.
Sleeping on the nod on his island?
They're very different, in my opinion.
You also took this picture, right, Ms. Heard?
That's correct. I did.
And this is another picture of Mr. Depp asleep in a chair?
No, he was nodding off. Sleep is different. When you're nodding off, you're high on drugs, didn't even feel the cigarette in his hand that had, been burning on his leg. It was cause for alarm for me, naturally.
It's your testimony under oath that Mr. Depp is holding a cigarette in this picture?
He had been.
What's not clicking?
Doesn't really look like anyone's been doing cocaine off that table, does it?
With all due respect, I'm not sure you know how that works.
Why Mr. Depp couldn't or wouldn't look you in the eye here or in the UK, you said yes, you know. Why?
Because he's guilty.
There's this light coming across.
I appreciate that. It's probably good light.
You've left nothing and I've left everything, so suck your dick.
Yeah, go on.
Which is probably your next move, because it's what you fucking need. No, I don't want to suck your dick. I don't want nothing to do with your fucking midsection.
I need something.
Well, go get it, man.
Because I need something. No shit, I don't. Suck your dick.
I don't want to.
No, yeah.
Oh, what is it?
No, I'm sure Rochelle's available. Call her up. I'm sure she's available.
Maybe she is. That fake laugh is too much to take.
No, I'm sure she's...
That fake laugh is so disgusting.
I'm sure she's great. I'm sure she's great.
I'm thinking that you give me some of the best performances in
No,
the
no,
fucking
you're
show.
right, I don't. It's all about performance.
It's about performance. How am I don't regret. I don't regret.
Oh, what else? What else? What else other thing do you want to add?
Can't talk to
You
me, you
fucking
sound
life
like
piece.
Bobby
What? Oh,
Bear.
no, I
Good show.
want to know.
Yeah,
I want to know.
Get out, your Uber's
I'm
out.
kind of waiting. You go get it.
Yeah, I'll be in it. Yeah, I'll be in it.
Wait, is there no other place for you to run in your 15 other houses?
Could you tell the jury what the coaster was that he slipped into your pocket, what it said?
He said, I love you forever, my Slim, dead or alive.
And what, if anything, did it have in addition?
His new phone number.
And to be, just so we're clear, on how many occasions in that second mediation did Mr. Depp look you in the eye?
Many.
Okay. And when Ms. Vasquez asked you if you knew why Mr. Depp couldn't or wouldn't look you in the eye here or in the UK, you said, yes, you know. Why? Please tell the jury why.
because he's guilty. Because he knows he's lying. Otherwise, why can't he look at me? Thank you.
You were asked about it.
I survived. I survived that man, and I'm here, and I'm able to look at him.
Fucking like thinking that I'm going on a road with a band.
I can't hear you.
You told Mr. Depp to suck your dick multiple times, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
You tell him to go run to his 15 other houses, right?
That's correct.
Because that's what he would do when you behave like this, isn't it?
Eventually, he would go and stay in one of the other houses.
You call him a sellout, don't you?
I was expressing frustration about his criticism of my career and how many problems that caused within the dynamic of our relationship, yes.
So you call him a sellout and a joke?
I called him horrible, ugly things, as you can hear. And
Sellout.
We spoke to each other in a really horrible way.
Pretty sure we just heard you speak to him in a really horrible way. You called him a sellout,
I just
right, Miss
disagree.
Heard? You called him a sellout, right, Miss Heard?
I called him a lot of ugly things.
And a joke.
I called him a lot of ugly things.
You called him a joke on that recording. You called him a washed up piece of shit.
I think we both called each other that on that occasion, yes.
Mr. Depp mentions Aquaman, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Mr. Depp got you that role in Aquaman, didn't he?
Excuse me?
Mr. Depp got you that role in Aquaman, didn't he?
No, Miss Vasquez, I got myself that role by auditioning. That's
Mr.
how that
Depp
works.
says, quote, your jealousy is so tragic.
I heard him say that, yes.
You were the jealous one in this relationship, weren't you, Miss Heard?
I think he was indicating I was jealous of his career.
But now you've twisted it to say it was Mr. Depp that's the jealous one.
Johnny's always been very jealous when I worked, when I did anything, friends. Yes, he's always been very jealous.
Isn't he aware that Mr. Depp has testified under oath that he would not take another Pirates of the Caribbean franchise role for $300 million and a million alpacas?
No.
Would Disney entertain paying Mr. Depp more than $300 million and provide him with more than a million alpacas to be able to obtain his services for any future Pirates of the Caribbean role?
No.
So you would have been marked as deposition exhibit number. Beginning here, you were asked by Ms. Vasquez about why Mr. Depp won't or can't look you in the eye. And she read out, or she played a tape in which Mr. Depp said, "You will not see my eyes again." Do you recall that?
I do.
And that was during the mediation process in July, correct?
That was
Objection leading.
first one.
Sustained leading. When was this?
That was in July of 2016. That was the first mediation attempt. We met after that, and Johnny very much looked me in the eye.
Please tell the jury about the next meeting after he said, "You will not see my eyes again."
We met in the lawyer's office. They gave us a moment. Johnny kissed me again, held me. I cried, he cried, and then we had a short exchange, and he put a note in my pocket that said, "I'll love you dead or alive, my Slim."
What's up, fellas? How you doing? Thank you so much. I just made breakfast for all of them this morning. Good morning, waffles.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, sir. Have a great day.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. Have a great day.
To take a look at Plaintiff's Exhibit 881A. This is one of the articles containing the counterclaim statements by Adam Waldman. Is that correct?
I haven't seen the article yet.
Why don't we go to page 8 of this article? Adam Waldman, Depp's lawyer, said afterwards, quote, Amber Heard and her friends in the media use fake sexual violence allegations as both a sword and shield, depending on their needs. They have selected some of her sexual violence hoax facts as a sword, inflicting them on the public and Mr. Depp. Do you see that?
Yes, I do.
Is that one of the statements that you allege are defamatory? It's defamatory?
That's correct.
Ms. Heard, you tweeted at Adam Waldman, quote, "Yes, Mr. Waldman, I may be wearing makeup on this occasion, but on every occasion you will still be short." Did I read that right?
Yes.
We can put this down. Thank you. Ms. Heard, since your relationship with Mr. Depp ended, you have completed your level 3 sommelier training, haven't you?
I haven't completed it yet.
You're on level 2?
No, I'm on level 3.
You also have had a baby, right?
I have.
And you enjoy being a mother?
More than anything.
You still love to cook?
I do.
And you love to hike?
I've taken a break on hiking for a minute.
You have friends, right?
I do have friends.
And you spend time with those friends?
Occasionally, when I can.
And you exercise regularly?
Every day.
You just filmed a movie in March of 2022, isn't that right?
Yes, the one I just shot in Guatemala that I spoke of earlier.
And you have, you had a major role in a major film that's scheduled to be released soon. Is that correct? Aquaman 2?
As I said, I don't know if I will even be in the final cut or how much I will be. It was difficult to stay in the movie.
From me, or coming from Jerry, from me, so that he finds out about the divorce filing or my intention to do so from some other source other than TMZ, which was alerted.
You slipped up there, didn't you, Ms. Heard? You let it slip out that TMZ had been alerted to your filing of the domestic violence restraining order, didn't you?
I disagree. That's not what I'm talking about.
TMZ is the same outlet that you released the video of Mr. Depp attacking the kitchen cabinets the day before this deposition was taken, wasn't it?
I didn't do that. I don't
TMZ
know how
owns
to do
the
that.
copyright to that video now, doesn't it?
I have no idea what TMZ
Did they
owns.
pay you for that?
I never got paid for it because I had nothing to do with that.
So TMZ was just lucky in getting the inside scoop to your divorce from Mr. Depp, huh?
I have no idea. It is not, that's not my area of expertise. I wouldn't even know how to do that.
He said, hips and thighs. Hips.
And also, what does that get me? If I wanted to leak things about Johnny, I could have done that in a much more successful way, in a bigger way, for years.
Not
and
when
years.
you were extorting him for $7 million.
I got a fraction of what I was entitled to in the state of California, by the way.
Right.
What extortion?
Is that right?
That is correct.
So it was during these cycles of violence in 2012 that you gave Mr. Depp a knife as a gift.
I gave him a knife, I think for a birthday present early in our relationship. I believe it was around 2012, but I'm not certain.
We've seen a picture of that knife, but I think we should bring out the real thing.
Yes, that's it.
That's the knife you gave to the man who was hitting you, right, Miss Heard?
I wasn't worried he was going to stab me with it when I gave it to him, that's for certain.
But you gave it to him while he was abusing you, allegedly.
I gave it to him that year.
Do you remember that testimony?
Yes, I do.
Those locks were to the penthouses at the Eastern Columbia building, isn't that correct?
That's correct.
But you changed the locks to the penthouses on May 22nd, 2016.
I attempted to.
That's why you felt comfortable having James Franco over the evening of May 22nd, 2016, Miss Heard?
I do not know when James came over.
Okay, let's remind you. Can we please pull up Plaintiff's Exhibit 304, which is already in evidence, and play from 254 through 439? You and Mr. Franco on May 22nd, 2016, right, Miss Heard?
That's correct.
And you're taking him up to the penthouses, aren't you?
That's where I lived, yes.
And it's past 11 p.m. at night, isn't that right?
I'm not quite sure of the time it looked like that.
You knew Mr. Depp was out of town on May 27th when you went to get the domestic violence restraining order, isn't that right?
I don't know if I knew that at the time.
You knew Mr. Depp was heading out on a European tour that week, isn't that right?
I'm not quite sure what I understood of his schedule at that time.
You knew he wouldn't be back for weeks, right?
No, that's it.
Why is that?
She was,
Another day, another.
she drank on the job and stuff like that, and her behavior was
Objection relevance.
horrible.
She's already testified. Kate James has testified, and I think the bias, we can.
All right, I'll allow that. Go ahead.
Thank you. Okay. Please describe for the jury what job responsibilities Kate had and how you communicated with her and kind of how that worked.
Objection compound.
Johnny and I kind of lived in this insular bubble anyway when we were together. But we would send emails, texts, and a lot of voice memos, voice notes. And, you know, if I found that if I said, Kate, you know, you left the car running with your doors open and your kids in the car on the street, you need to
Objection
move
hearsay.
Deposition, didn't you say that what you did was compare Mr. Depp's performance in lots of pirate movies against his deposition testimony here?
What I said was I've seen Mr. Depp do apology ads. I remember he did an apology ad with Bad Dog with no delay in process speed. I've seen him interact with the media regarding to that. I saw no delay in processing speed. All I'm saying.
Let me ask you about pirates, though. You compared pirates to the to the depositions given in this case.
Then I apologize for what I said.
You misspoke. You didn't make the comparison.
Right now, just a second ago. Just a second ago, I may have said that I misspoke. I apologize. I misspoke.
Okay. Because you know you can't compare pirates to sworn testimony, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But you can. But as an aside, you can judge someone's processing speed at any time. Like I'm judging yours right now. You're judging mine. We all judge processing speed.
What? Oh. Okay.
As a baseline, because of what we know about each other, I would say your processing speed right now is not slow. So, I mean, we're judging processing speed. I'm just saying to you.
Yeah. But no, any of Mr. Depp's other portrayals in movies, did that affect your analysis of processing speed?
Only I've seen him interact on interviews, and that was it.
Right.
When he wasn't in movies.
Right. But Willy Wonka doesn't matter to you? You see him in that movie, Charlie and Chocolate Factory? Did you look at that one when you were comparing his processing speed?
Do I have to answer that question, Your Honor?
You have to answer questions. Yes, sir.
No, you'll be happy to know I didn't see Willy Wonka I didn't see 21 Jump Street when it happened, or whatever it was about. No, I did not.
All right.
Your Honor, there is, Ms. Schulman, also the ACLU, acknowledged that Ms. Heard's op-ed referred to Mr. Depp. So it's very clear that the ACLU and Ms. Heard intended, that was the whole purpose of this, so that they could get interest in this and it would coincide with the premiere of Aquaman, because otherwise no one would have been interested in anything written by Ms. Heard.
Another day, another slave. Period.
Mr. Doherty also testified that Ms. Heard only paid 1.3, actually she didn't even pay all that, out of the $3.5 million that she had pledged to the ACLU, and then they helped her lie about it.
Move to strike everything after
I was trying to stop
the answer to her question.
Your Honor, she was responding.
I'll overrule the objection. That's fine.
Thank you, Your Honor.
This is a situation where you were trying to get Mr. Depp to pay attention to you. Isn't that right?
No, I was trying to stop him from using.
And because he ran away from you at the first sign of trouble, you call him a monster.
I was
right?
trying to stop him from turning into the monster. The drugs are the key that opened the door.
Who was the real monster in this relationship, Ms. Heard?
Lives in Johnny, half of Johnny. It's not all of Johnny. The other half of him is wonderful and beautiful and the man I love.
You write a long series of text messages to Mr. Depp that don't get a response. Is that correct?
That is correct.
You write, "Come grown, face the shit, and we can do anything." You go on a little later to say, "Please come home. Let's apologize to each together." And continuing on page 77, you write, "Not go to bed mad." And it goes on. And I won't read all these messages, but you're saying, "Please answer," over and over again. Right?
It was very important to me.
Good morning, Dr. Moore.
Good morning.
You said you reviewed Mr. Depp's video deposition. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And you said you reviewed Mr. Depp's testimony at this trial, correct?
That's correct.
And was that also a video of his testimony?
Yes.
Isn't it true, Dr. Moore, that when Mr. Depp did the demonstration in his deposition, he showed that his fingers were hanging over the bar?
Well, even hanging over the bar, it still leaves the dorsum of the hand or the nail vulnerable
That's
to...
not my question, Dr. Moore. My question is, isn't it true that Mr. Depp said his fingers were not laying flat on a table, they were hanging over the bar?
Yes.
Okay. And in fact, you knew that when you made that opinion. Isn't that correct?
Well, I believe that as I demonstrated sitting here, that I said that he had said they were slightly curled over, I think was the description that I gave.
Your description in this courtroom was that it was laying flat, and I think you've done that now twice. But in your deposition, you testified that his fingers were actually hanging over the bar. Isn't that correct?
Objection, Your Honor. Misstates the witness's testimony. He clearly indicated they were curled. Or could have been curled.
Overruled. During your deposition, what were the circumstances under which you decided to call Mr. Depp an idiot?
Under somebody call Mr. Depp an idiot?
Yeah, you called Mr. Depp an idiot in your deposition. Why?
Okay. So I think it was in the context. I think it was in the. You probably should read the context of it, because I think the context was, and I'm trying to think back. Okay? And what I thought it was related to was if you're coming to some deposition, okay? And again, I'm thinking back, so you have it in front of you. I don't. So I'm thinking back. Is it your practice to describe people as idiots? My practice to describe people, is my practice?
Fine. And I thought it was based at least in part on the manner in which he testified.
I'm sorry, what?
On the manner in which he testified.
On the manner, I'm sorry, I'm not being difficult, I can't hear, I'm sorry, on what?
You talked about the fact that Mr. Depp indicates that from time to time he uses an earpiece.
Yeah, I mean, I read that, yes.
Okay. Did you read the testimony of Mr. Wyatt, who told you what was being pumped into that earpiece?
Yeah, I mean, if I remember right, I mean, I think it was lines, right?
No, it was music.
It was music, not his line?
Yeah.
No, okay.
So if Mr. Depp was listening to music rather than being fed his lines, does that change your opinion as to his cognitive function?
If he was never fed his lines through the earpiece, which I know he was, and that may have been that example, Mr. Wyatt may have said that it was music during the actual talking of your lines. Is that what you're saying to me?
Well, you know, if you can do two things at once, that's a pretty high cognitive function, isn't it, sir?
You know, it's a very good point, actually. Divided attention is something humans have a lot of trouble in.
But what you found hard to believe, sir, was that every line of the script was pumped through an earpiece. Where did you ever get the idea that occurred?
That's what that's what I read in the court review, the court evidence. That's where I got it from.
Right. And you know whether Marlon Brando used an earpiece?
Isn't he dead?
Yeah.
So the answer is no, he does not use one now.
Oh, I used the past tense, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry.
all the text messages for the last 18 months in which he's scoring drugs, in which you'll hear testimony from people in which he's gotten drunk and taken all kinds of different drugs. The whole time. He doesn't get clean and sober. But he claims that he was clean. She flew in from filming The Danish Girls. She's there, and he claims that he was just sitting there calmly, and she was haranguing him. So he took a shot glass of vodka. He did that. She got mad, took the bottle of vodka, was 8 to 10 feet, about where I am from you, and hurled it at him, and it happened to just take off the bottom part of his finger. And then he says she came and burned a hole in his cheek. The testimony is going to be that he self-mutilated on a number of occasions and burned himself in the cheek and also cut himself. But Amber never did that. And you're going to hear from the experts testifying about this finger injury and how fantastic this version is. Feces on the bed, and had been upset about it and taken a picture and sent it to him. So all of a sudden, a month later, he's got it in his head that Amber has conspired with her friends to defecate on the bed. It's human, not dog, even though they got 2 dogs and one of them has major problems. You'll hear about Boo and Pistol. And how many times they were in their fights. And she said, she's almost half his size. So she said, if I pushed him, he doesn't move. He pushes me, I go flying across the room. There are many, many, many photographs. Now, you heard Ms. Vasquez try to say, you can't trust those, it's not the originals. She's got that wrong. It's not from the original devices. Ms. Heard took all kinds of photographs, and her friends took photographs, and all of those remained on the cloud, and all of them have been imaged, and all of them have been examined by their IT experts, and they cannot discredit one photograph. Then she says, and it's got a photo editing thing. Well, all iPhones have the photo editing. It's where you can make it a little lighter or darker, you can move it to the center or not.